To isolate and discredit John Allegro, Father Skihan was among the few scholars to be entrusted with access to the scrolls themselves. His attitudes offer some indication of the orientation of the Catholic scholars associated with the Cole biblic writing. In 1966, Father Skihan declared that the Old Testament was not a thumbnail sketch of the history and prehistory of the human race. In the fullness of time, our Lord came, and a proper part of the duty of every Old Testament scholar is to trace in sacred history the development of the readiness to be aware of Christ when he would come. In other words, the primary responsibility of every biblical scholar is to ferret out from the Old Testament supposed anticipations of accepted Christians' doctrine. Viewed any other way, the Old Testament presumably has scent, value, and relevance. This is a curious definition of dispassionate scholarship. But Father Skihan was even more explicit. It would seem that in our day it is incumbent upon biblical scholars to indicate as best they can the general lines of the progress by which God steadily led, as he surely did, Stone Age Chalcolithic and ancient pagan man to the capability of measuring up, and some degree to the social fact, which is the Christian Church. Father Skihan, of course, made no real pretense to dispassionate scholarship. In fact, he regarded it as positively dangerous, considering that studies carried out from a perspective that puts literary and historical critical considerations in the foreground can, usually in the hands of popularizers, result in oversimplification, exaggeration, or neglect of more profound matters. Ultimately, the biblical scholar's work should be guided and determined by church doctrine and be subject always to the sovereign right of Holy Mother Church to witness definitively what is in fact concordant with the teaching she has received from Christ. The implications of all this are staggering. All inquiry and investigation, regardless of what it might turn up or reveal, must be subordinated and accommodated to the existing corpus of official Catholic teaching. In other words, it must be edited or adjusted or distorted until it conforms to the requisite criteria. And what if something comes to light which can't be made thus to confirm? From Father Skihan's statements, the answer to that question would seem clear. Anything that can't be subordinated or accommodated to existing doctrine must of necessity be suppressed